Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. So today I will be doing a soap that I've done in the past, but it's been a while. You've probably guessed by the name I'm using Blackberry Bliss from Nurture Soap, which is now Nurture Homemade. I have used this. It is a favorite because it smells great, it behaves very well in cold process, and most important of all, it holds its scent. So what I'm doing, I'll be doing a 3-layer in the pot swirl layers. The bottom is going to be Mad Micah's Flash Dance with the white in the pot accent. The middle layer is going to be orange with Nurture Soap's Orange Vibrance. And I always like to strengthen that with a potent neon. This is Brambleberry's Tangerine Wow, which is almost gone, but I will finish using that up. That will be an in the pot swirl with the white accent. The top is going to be Nurture Soap Green Vibrance with an in the pot swirl accent. Because the fragrance behaves really well, I hope to be able to pour this very, very thin and have a nice flat, smooth layer. Sometimes I like to texture the layers, but this one I like to leave it nice and smooth and flat. So as long as everything goes to plan, the fragrance behaves like I know it usually does, I will keep nice, thin, flat layers. So I'm going to do the heat transfer method. It's really cold in this room. So anyway, I'll be a few minutes getting that mixed up, but I'll be back when I'm ready and we'll get started making this soap. Okay, I am back and everything is ready. So I'm going to start by going ahead and putting the base color in the 3 soaps, the 3 bases, and then I will... Oh, let's just start that again. Watch as I go. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and put the base color in the soaps and get it stirred in. That way we can all see it mixing, because I don't know about y'all, but I love watching you all mix the colors in. It looks so neat. So that's what we're going to do first. So here is the Mad Micah's. This is going to be the base layer. I'm going to pour it in this order. This is the Mad Micah's Flash Dance. And this batter has only been hand stirred. It has not been stick blended at all. So when I do that with the heat transfer method, that works really well for me because this batter can sit for a long time before I have any issues. So there is the Flash Dance. Let's do our orange. This is a little more than usual, so I'm going with a heaping teaspoon in these. And we'll put a little more of the orange because it's not quite as stable. And that's why when I use the Orange Vibrance, I like to put just a little bit of a really potent neon, which just makes it more stable and more vibrant. So this is just a very tiny amount of Brambleberry's Tangerine Wow. Go ahead and stir it in. Once again, I'm hand stirring only. A stick blender has not touched this batter at all. Put it aside, and the third base layer, which is going to be the top actually, is our Green Vibrance. Most of y'all probably know Green Vibrance morphs when it starts mixing with the lye. Right now it's a real pretty light green and it's similar to what it'll be in the final soap. But by the time I get around to pouring this, it'll be more of a brownish olive green. Not very pretty, but it always turns back after saponification, so I don't worry in the least. All right, let's set these two out of the way. so nothing happens. And let's work oh, never mind. I got this already set aside. This is going to be the accent. Let's go ahead and work on the bottom layer. This will be the white with the titanium dioxide. And I know with the fragrance, I know with my batter, I can stick blend this in, no issues, not even a little bit worried. I'm going to go ahead and hand stir this in. It will definitely have to be stick blended because it's just in clumps, but especially in this small amount, it will stick blend right out. No issues at all. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of our fragrance in. About a third. And stir it. Start with the lightest, which will be the white, obviously. And that got super bright with all the titanium dioxide well dispersed. Drop that in at varying heights so it goes to the bottom and on the top. And this is a perfect consistency. And now the moment of truth, let's get it into the mold. Nice and fluid. Beautiful, look at that. Perfect. That will give me a nice flat layer. You see how liquidy that still is? It's going to have to sit a while. What I tried to say at the beginning of the video and got tongue-tied, I'll bring you back once I've already mixed the orange and I've mixed the white up, so that way you don't have to listen to the stick blender roaring. So I'll be back when I'm ready to actually pour the next layer. Alright, it's time for the next layer. So this is the middle, which is the orange with the white. And boy, it took a long time for that bottom layer to set up. And it's still just a little bit soft, so I'm going to have to be really careful pouring this because I don't want to pierce through. I have just a beautiful, perfectly flat, smooth layer that I want to keep. It seems to not move now, but I'm still going to be really slow and careful. perfectly flat layer, just thin as water, as long as it's been setting, stick blended, and soaping at 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Just look at that. That's largely because of a very well behaving fragrance. I think that's also because I only hand stir it until I'm ready to pour it. So that'll have to sit quite a while, so I'll be back for the top layer. Alright, several minutes later, I am back for the top layer, which is the green. As you can see, it's more of a kind of an evergreen green. So this isn't actually that bad of a green. Sometimes it's pretty ugly. Pretty ugly, quite ugly. This time isn't quite as bad, but it will be the bright green that I'm expecting tomorrow morning when this fully saponifies. Stir that just a tad because it's a little thicker. And that's still, I gotta be cautious with this. Do a nice slow pour. Yeah, I didn't get much green on the bottom with this because the white was a little thicker. But you still see how fluid this is. And I am going to leave the top exactly like it is. So I'm going to squirt that with some rubbing alcohol to prevent soda ash, and just to be double sure, I'll squirt it again in another 5 minutes, and I will wrap it up to ensure gel phase and put it to bed, and I'll see you tomorrow for the cut. Okay, I'm back and it's time to cut our soap. As you can obviously tell, I've gone ahead and split it. It was a little soft early this morning, and I put it in the fridge for an hour and a half, and it was still a little tricky to get out of the mold, so went ahead and split it so it could sit out for a few hours, and now it's nice and firm and feels ready to cut. And I brought Granny home because she needs a good bath, so we'll just go ahead and use her to cut this. It's nice and firm now after sitting exposed to the air. There we go. Kerplink! And that is just 100% what I was expecting. And being able to pour that really thin batter, I got just super straight, clean lines, which is what I wanted. It's almost like it was melt and pour. I really like the heat transfer method, and I seem to have gotten the patent down. In the wintertime, when it's really cold like it is now, and my oils are nice and hard, I need about 33% ice and the rest water. And in the summertime, or at the church where my soap lab's hot all the time, I need about 50% ice and 50% water, and it just brings the temperature just right perfect. And this other log should look the same, but since we got Granny, we can get a nice quick cut. Let's go ahead and cut these. Yeah, these look the same. So, I am very pleased with this batch. And just from multiple uses with this fragrance, I know that I love this fragrance. I know when I'm ready to give these out and fully cured, it will have a nice, strong scent. It really holds it beautifully. So, here we go. A nice, bright, colorful soap with a nice, bright blackberry fragrance. Love it. And that's what I have this week. And like always, thanks for watching. Stay safe. Take good care of yourselves and be blessed, and I'll see you next time around. Bye, everybody.